Hi, Kim here with Usborne Books and More. I wanted to share today with you some of our Christmas books and some of our winter books. This first one is Little Children's Christmas Pad. It is $9.99 and includes 50 tear-off sheets. They include mazes, spot the difference. Some of them they give you clues and you have to find the right elf or the right reindeer. And I love that they tear off because I know my two boys would tear the book if I didn't have it tear off. They would fight over whose turn it is and which page they were going to do. So I would either buy them too or have a tear off, and that's perfect. This would be great for road trips, relatives' houses during the holidays, just a cold day when everybody's kind of hanging out inside. This is just such a fun book. I know I would have loved this as a kid. Maybe I'll even do it myself now. This one says, are there more cats with Christmas hats or without? And then they would count, and there's a little line there to write the answer. So again, $9.99 for this one, Little Children's Christmas Pad. Next up, for the little guys, Usborne Nativity Flat Book. And this is $7.99. Really adorable. Board book, hard pages. The only caution I have is if you have a really strong toddler, they might actually try to tear one of the flaps, but they are cardstock and they're pretty sturdy. So this is just a cute intro to the Nativity story. The shepherds. And it does have these little cutouts here, so it shows through to the next page. The wise men, and of course the manger. And there's a flap on every page. Here we go. This one here is neat because behind the camel you can see the sheep and that the wise men are kneeling down. So great Christmas story for little hands. All right, after that, for a little bit bigger kids, we have 1001 Things to Spot at Christmas. And you might be familiar with this already because we do have several titles in the 1001 Things to Spot. There's vacation, there's at home, there's things on the go. So definitely check that out if you like to spot things. But this one is special because it's Christmas. It is $9.99, and here's just one example of one page. Decorating the tree, and it tells the children how many things to find. So this is 6 nutcrackers, 7 snowy squirrels, 10 pine cones, 9 snowdrop flowers, and 8 snowballs. There's also some down here at the bottom, 3 ladders, 10 stars, so really fun pictures. This is also great for in the restaurant, in the car, really just anytime that you need them to settle down. We don't go outside as much in the cold, so these are great activity books to keep them busy. So check out that. And it also has a padded hardcover, which is really nice. You know, it's just a nice added detail that Usborne does with a lot of their books. I appreciate that. Next up, Christmas Patterns to Color. This is $5.99. And it's gorgeous. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but there's shimmery spots. It's really just a gorgeous book. Inside, you see there's some jars of Christmas treats. There's some presents to color. And here it says Christmas gifts. Giving gifts at Christmas is an important and ancient tradition. In the Nativity story, the 3 kings brought gifts to Jesus in Bethlehem to celebrate his birth. Today, people wrap their gifts in colorful wrapping paper. So we get a little bits of information. Christmas toy store. That one's fun to color. Lots of stuff there. And of course, classic Partridge in a Pear Tree. And some ornaments to color. So that one's really fun. It also says you can find links to websites where you can find out about traditional Christmas decorations, symbols, and stories and the history of these celebrations. So not only is it fun to do and keeps them busy, but you get to learn. That's awesome. All right, next are our winter books. That's all I have on hand for Christmas right now, but our winter books are really fun. If you don't know them already, Secrets of Winter is one of our Shine a Light books. Shine a Light, sorry. What you do if you don't know, there's instructions on the first page, but you take a light and you shine it, either a window or a light or a flashlight, and you shine it behind the page. Can you see back behind there? There's a little figure. It's hard to see in this light. But the book asks questions. This page says, snow is falling. Look closely at the flakes. Can you see their shapes? And when you reveal the light, you can see the shapes of the snowflakes. And this says, every snowflake has 6 sides, but each flake has a different pattern. So the children get to explore. I know my kids like whenever they can use a magnifying glass or a flashlight or anything that's additional to the book. So great book for really any kid, even if they're older. This is still fun to explore what's on the page. All right, and those books are $12.99. Next up is Snowflake in My Pocket. This is a really sweet picture book. It says, inside an old twisted oak tree lives a very wise bear and a very small squirrel. The snow is coming. Bear can smell it. Squirrel has never seen snow before. When it arrives in tumbling magic, there's only one person Squirrel wants to share it with. So it's a great, adorable story about patience and friendship, and he ends up trying to take a snowflake. Here's fall. He tries to take a snowflake to his friend Bear. And we all know what happens to snow when you put it in a warm pocket. This book also has these adorable cutouts. Here on the other side, you can see him looking through the window. Here. And there's his friend. And Squirrel's just really enjoying his first experience in snow. We all can remember what that's like. And then he goes to see Bear. Bear, he called, are you there? You couldn't come to the snow, so I've brought the snow to you. And he reached in his pocket, but where his snowflake used to be, there was nothing at all. Where has it gone? Squirrel said as Bear took his paw. So very sweet story to read in the winter time. All right, and the last one I have here is also about winter, Waiting for Winter. Another great picture book, storybook about patience and friendship. It says, Deer has told Squirrel how wonderful snow is, so he sits outside and waits for winter. He waits and he waits and he waits. It's boring. All his not-so-patient waiting has woken Hedgehog, who decides he'd like to see snow too. They wait and they wait and they wait, and it's still boring, even when there are 2 of you. Maybe singing will help to pass the time. All the not-so-patient waiting and the not-so-quiet singing has woken Bear. He'll have to help Squirrel and Hedgehog find the snow if he wants to get any sleep this winter. Deer said it was white and wet and cold and soft. How hard could it be to find something like that? Maybe harder than he thinks. These illustrations are adorable. They're just unique. They're not the big chunky things that we usually see. There's Bear and Squirrel and Hedgehog waiting. Winter will be wonderful, but the snow is a little smelly. Not sure that they found the snow yet. He thinks the sock is a snowflake. So this is a really sweet story, and here's the last page here. It shows them in the snow. So obviously they get to see it, which is beautiful, but it just has such beautiful illustrations. It'd be great just to look at and imagine with your child, what do you think that Bear is thinking right now, and what do you think Squirrel is thinking? So it's a beautiful book. I hadn't gotten a chance to check that one out too much yet. but it's beautiful hardcover, and I hope that you've enjoyed these Christmas and winter stories and that you might check one out for yourself. Waiting for Winter is $10.99, and Snowflake in My Pocket is $12.99. So it's not too late to get these. It's getting a little close. If you're watching this right now, it's almost Thanksgiving, so it's a little close to start getting those Christmas books, but winter is still available for a while. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope you all have a lovely holiday.